This is the Iowa Weather Report for Wednesday, February 20th, 2013. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. This is at noon today. We have one big upper level feature over New England and eastern Canada, but the storm we're watching is over the desert southwest and southern California. And that'll be rotating north and eastward. And with it, some Gulf moisture and a little bit of Pacific moisture will be bringing some rain showers in Oklahoma, maybe a bit of freezing rain, and some snow over Kansas, with some snow across the desert southwest of Arizona and New Mexico. We move to Thursday at noon. The storm has been moving a tad slower, so the snow will just be moving into at least the southwestern about quarter to third of the state. The heaviest snow over Missouri, Nebraska, and Kansas, with the low pressure over southwestern Oklahoma moving slowly northeastward to just north of Joplin here at midnight Friday morning. So some moderate to heavy snow across the state of Iowa into Illinois. Showers and maybe a few thunderstorms across the south. Then we move ahead to noon Friday, the low pressure center about near Peoria and filling or weakening, so some light snow or flurries, some snow showers, a little bit of wind, and temperatures likely around the 20s, maybe some upper teens. Now here is the HPC probability of snowfall. This is over a 48-hour period from Wednesday evening through Friday evening at 6 o'clock. This is of 2 inches or more, and it looks pretty likely across the state of Iowa and surrounding states. We move to the probability of 4 inches of snow or more for the same 48-hour period. The chance is still pretty good across the state, at least 80% or more probability of seeing 4 inches of snow across the state. We move to the next panel of 8 inches of snow or more. The best chances here would be west of a line from about Algona to Des Moines to Albia or so. Better chances in Nebraska and Kansas. And here's the probability of a foot of snow or more. The best chances in this case will be in Nebraska and in northern Kansas, maybe far southwestern Iowa, so the snowfall looks to be at least up to 10 or 11 inches. Now here is the 0Z NAM run. This is through Saturday morning at 6 o'clock. You can see the NAM. This is on a 10-to-1 ratio, showing pretty good snowfall amounts of at least 6 to, 10 or 11 inches. But this is another algorithm. This is using another algorithm that shows even heavier snow, maybe even over a foot in some areas. I think it's not this high, and it's not that low as the other one. It's somewhere in the middle. This is what the GFS says. This is through midnight Saturday morning. You can see the GFS has some lower amounts, mainly 6 to about 10 inches across the state, even less in northwest Iowa. This is used as 10, and this uses the 10-to-1 ratio that we saw earlier, and the snow amounts are very light. Some areas only 3 inches, maybe 6 inches, and southern Iowa could get only 7. Don't think it's that low, but I don't think it's as high either. By Saturday, that storm is long gone. New low forming off the Carolina coast with some rain showers and maybe a few thunderstorms across the southeast. It's cold here, though. Highs in the 20s, maybe some teens with sun trying to break out. Sunday, now we have another storm to worry about, one forming over Kansas and Oklahoma again. Snow will be breaking out again over the Dakotas, Nebraska, and Kansas. The Gulf will start to open up with a stalled front along the Gulf Coast. That moves northward into the south, a low pressure near Falls City, Nebraska, so some light snow, maybe moderate snow here by midnight Monday morning across at least the western 2/3 of the state. And by Monday at noon, that low is not moving. It has moved maybe 50 miles according to this, so we still could have some heavy snow, maybe some freezing rain, maybe some moderate snow, and then by Tuesday at noon, that low is now moved off. It's starting to fill over northeastern Indiana, north of Fort Wayne. Some scattered flurries or light snow showers on the back side of that storm system. And a week from today, that storm is still in the Great Lakes. We have another feature moving across the south over Arkansas, over the Arklatex. Another feature moving into the northwest. And with this, we have a little bit of snowfall still around here. A few flurries, maybe some peaks at some sun here and there. And still remaining fairly cold, highs in the 20s with likely a lot of snow on the ground, with even some snow well to our south as well. couple days after that, on March the 3rd, we have a northwesterly flow with a bit of a ridge over the west up into Canada, and with some energy coming down along that northwesterly flow, that could bring a little bit of, well, some snow activity, mainly in the north and northeastern counties of the state, with a low pressure center up near Green Bay, heavier snowfall up in the Arrowhead of Minnesota into Canada. And at the end of the forecast on March the 7th, a fairly wavy pattern across the country, bit of energy over Wyoming and Montana, bit of a ridge around here, and if this pans out, which it may change on the next run, this would bring a little bit of snow, a little bit of rain, not especially heavy, heavier rain down to the south over the lower Mississippi River Valley, and some snow across the Rockies and the Pacific Northwest. Last night's satellite image from last evening, we had the Pacific moisture coming in from the Pacific up into Texas and Oklahoma. We had some clouds over the southwest with that storm system that'll be coming in our direction, and some clouds with the storm moving off the northeast coast. The watch morning map from last evening, a plethora of winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings across the middle part of the country, across our Oklahoma, down into the south and west, into southern California, and even in northern Maine. The QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Sunday evening at 6 o'clock, showing precipitation amounts in liquid form between about 1/2 and 1 inch, and this doesn't even include the storm that's coming here late Sunday into Monday.